Amitabh Tiwari, I want to bring you in. You know, it all started earlier on, many moons and decades ago with saris and pressure cookers. It quickly turned into other kinds of soaps. Then it came free cylinder. Then it came toilet. All of that has been coming in, and of late we've seen a flood of direct cash transfers. We saw how the Ladli Bhena Yojana turned it around for the Bharatiya Janata Party in the state of Madhya Pradesh, and practically every political party, it's not just one, they're all in where direct cash transfers are concerned to women.
Yeah, because women are increasingly appearing as an important vote bank. They have been making independent voting decisions as the awareness and the literacy level increases. So we've seen that direct benefit or cash transfers have more impact than any other scheme because there is no leakage, and the amount of money can be used by the women as per their will for whatever use they wish to. Now, if you see this was the original idea of the Aam Aadmi Party, which was copied by Congress in many states and then also by BJP in the form of Ladli Bhena Yojana. However, AAP was criticized for the fact that this Yojana, which they have publicized elsewhere, is not in applicability in Delhi, where the party has been in power for 10 years. And I think since the elections are due next year and the Aam Aadmi Party is feeling some sort of heat because of the top leadership in jail, the party is trying to woo the women vote bank. However, the impact on the Lok Sabha elections, I feel, is not going to be significant because, again, it is fairly confusing messaging because it is Aam Aadmi Party's promise. What is India's promise? What is Congress Party's promise is not clear. And the amount of money is also different in different states.
All right, very interesting, where at least, like I said, the games have been declared open and it is the woman vote bank that is going to be in question that needs to be wooed. I want to cut across to Akshay Marathi. He's going to be joining us a short while from now from the Aam Aadmi Party because today they floated a theme. But let's begin with Siddharth Yadav, spokesperson, Bharatiya Janata Party, who's in the studio with me. Siddharth Yadav, you know, you've been doing it in practically every state. You practically won, they say, Madhya Pradesh at the back of Ladli Bhena Yojana. So there's really nothing much to complain about, even if Aam Aadmi Party has done it right before elections in Delhi.
No, Preeti, I think what is more important to understand is that the Aam Aadmi Party is more than welcome to introduce any scheme for the welfare of women, to come out, copy any good scheme that's there around. But the real question is the kind of working of the Delhi Aam Aadmi Party government is the working with corruption. How they have been working all around the Delhi Jal Board, how they have been stealing money from different departments, how their ministers are now new policies introduced and a minister goes into jail. How that has been all rolling out, it's doubtful for me that on the pretext of working for the welfare of women, what is the corruption agenda of the Aam Aadmi Party behind this? That is the real question. Had you been working for women, you could have done a lot of things.
But they started out, okay, because as I wait for Akshay, Siddharth, it was the Aam Aadmi Party who started it out. It's free bus ride and tickets. You followed it. You made it a part of your own guarantee. You've taken a cue from the Aam Aadmi Party. No, so it's okay if you do it, but it's not okay if the Aam Aadmi Party does.
We have not given any free bus tickets. And the Aam Aadmi Party also has to. It's going to be another scam one day that how suddenly once you give a free tickets on bus rides, suddenly women travelers increase. Suddenly you have to give a free
Siddharth, can I remind you of your manifesto in Karnataka?
Yes, please.
Did you not offer free bus rides and free public transport? Are you saying you did not?
No, are we giving any?
But you promised you didn't get elected.
Had we rolled out, Preeti, just give me 30 seconds. Of course. Had we rolled out a policy, you would have seen how that would have been more transparent than what the current Delhi government gives out as a model. But if I have to say, I'll just take 20 more seconds. If you had to work for women, work like how Modi ji did. Work how he has given reservation. Work how he has made 56% of the Jan Dhan accounts are owned by women. If houses are given in PM Awas Yojana, they are going to be registered for women names. We are first time seeing women pilots. We are first time seeing women entrepreneurs. If you are a startup holder, if Preeti, you open a startup tomorrow, under startup scheme, you're going to be given more money because you're women. You have to support them to come out, open your wings, contribute to the country and work more. But here is a model of the Aam Aadmi Party, which is just trying to find, like all their models, like the Delhi Jal Board, they promised to do yearly audit of the Delhi Jal Board.
Okay.
Why not? This is another scheme for the Aam Aadmi Party to just take out money from the exchequer's account and just use it for their own benefit.
As long as you agree that you did offer the bus rides, which you denied, but that's fine, fair enough, you have your point. Akshay Marathe, I want to bring you in on this conversation, and yes, that's a point, Akshay Marathe. Not appeasement, empowerment, representation. In your current assembly, and don't give me the example of what's going on where your MCD polls were concerned. Yes, on a lower scale, 55% are women where MCD polls are concerned, but 9 out of 70, that's your count where women are concerned.
Preeti, today's decision by the Aam Aadmi Party government to give 1,000 rupees per month to women in Delhi might be one of the biggest women empowerment programs India has ever seen. Let me tell you how. In India, women have always been at the margins of our families. Even in households, in nuclear family households also, you find that women are typically doing household work more than going out and earning income for the family. And in such kinds of structures, you find that women have lower power within the household. They do not get to make decisions for themselves. They do not often get to make expenditures on themselves. You'll find that women sometimes also skimp on going to doctors when they don't have the money to go to a doctor, and they'll prioritize something else that is more family oriented than themselves. So in order to make up for these kinds of inequalities within households, within society, it is very important to place actual cash in the hands of women in India today. Our labor force participation happens to be one of the lowest in the world. We have a situation where women are not able to get out to work, and so they need some kind of support. They can use that money to go to a doctor, they can use that money to feed themselves better, they can use that money to even educate their children better. And Aam Aadmi Party has shown that this can be done without causing a significant damage to the state's exchequer. Let me give you an example. We have been giving free electricity, free water to the city for the last 10 years. You know, our per capita income has almost doubled in the last 10 years. Our revenues have almost doubled in the last 10 years. That shows that when you induce demand in the economy by placing money in the hands of people, your economy booms. Delhi state GDP has been steadily above the national average because we have given money to the people to spend. They spend money, they create demand. There is manufacturing, there is consumption.
As I bring in Akshay Marathe, I just want to bring in Anika Mehrotra as well. She hasn't spoken. Let me allow me to get Anika Mehrotra. But you know, Akshay Marathe, the fact is also very clear that multiple studies across countries suggest only one thing. It's representation that works. It's putting women in place of policy making that works, because this is appeasement. And now this is a vote bank that is being appeased. But having said that, bringing in Anika Mehrotra into the... I'll come back to you, sir. Allow me to open up the debate.
Maybe
sir, I will come back. Please hold on to that thought. Hold on to that thought.